Alrighty guys, what if I told you that there is a pro level Akali mechanic that is so subtle, so obvious, yet you never think about it? Guys, in this video, I'm going to be going over a bunch of Akali tips, tricks, and mechanics that we haven't talked about yet in any other video. So without further ado, enjoy the video. Also really quick, I'm giving away a bunch of League Partner Program skins. If you want to win, just comment down below your summoner name, the region you're in, and make sure you leave a like on the video and are subscribed. Good luck, guys. Okay guys, there's actually a few very important things, but before we go into that, I want to show you guys something that is really freaking just hilarious. So take a look at this, guys. You can super dash, and it makes no sense how does any of this make sense? I have no clue, but look how far you dash. Really quick, we'll do it again. Like, just look at that. Just like, look how far you fly. It's so crazy, and this is just your E. So that is something I wanted to show you, just for fun. Now, the next thing is so important, we gotta actually show some clips. There's a mechanic in League of Legends that is often talked about for AD carries, and it's called spacing. The thing is that no one understands just how important spacing can be, not only for melee champions, but for a champion that has ranged abilities and can kind of turn into a ranged champion in some ways, such as Akali. Spacing is a concept and mechanic that is so high level. It's not the mechanic I'm talking about mainly in this video, but this is so incredibly important that I kind of remembered it in the middle of it. It is going to make or break you getting kills. It's going to make or break you escaping. It's going to make or break you baiting enemies into their death. So I have a few clips I want to show you guys. The first concept of spacing is pretty simple, but it's about knowing defensive spacing, such as the range of each champion's auto attacks, dash range, and spells. So in this situation against Echo, I'm trying to bait for my jungler, and what I'm doing is I'm actually pressing S to stop, because I want to be as close to the Echo as possible without him being in range to dash onto me and E me, because the closer he is, the closer he thinks he can kill me, then the more likely he is to chase me and get baited. This one's pretty simple. One more example of this would be aggressive spacing. In this example, you can see I'm able to kill a level 1 Ahri as just a level 1 Akali with no summoners. She had her summoners, because the entire time between my auto attacks and my spells, I'm running forward with her. I'm also not wasting any time. I'm only auto attacking when I can and not when it's on cooldown. When my auto attacks are on cooldown between swings, I'm running with her, I'm closing the gap, I'm not letting her outspace me, so I'm able to get that kill using good micro. I'm gonna play a clip, and I want you guys to spot both of the mechanics. The first Akali mechanic is pretty straightforward, yet I see no one do it. Malphite ultimate and Zac E, things like that, can actually be countered by Akali casting her ultimate on them when they are throwing themselves at Akali. The second mechanic is a lot more complex, however. You can use Akali's Shroud to counter out so many different abilities that are buffered, such as Lee Sin's ultimate, Annie's Q, and many other things. If you guys want a full list of abilities that can be countered out by Akali Shroud, be sure to leave a like. But in specific situations, the best Akali players will use their Shroud to cancel out these abilities or auto attacks instead of just using it to set up invisibility at random points. One last quick bonus mechanic is you can see me using Q on the Lee Sin when he's chasing me. This is because the tip of my Q slows, and the passive proc I get gives me bonus movement speed to escape. This is just something I wanted to include because I don't think I've ever mentioned it specifically. I want to show you guys this clip that highlights a bunch of different combos, mechanics, and theory for Akali. Oh, thank God. This clip wasn't executed perfectly, but I'm about to explain a bunch of things. Oftentimes, when you can kill the enemy, they know it, so they stay very, very far away and try to throw out spells to get whatever minions they can. There are many things you can do, and the first thing that we do in this clip is stay just in range to try and flash ult him. Once we hit him with the flash max range ult, we're able to initiate a different combo, which is the R1 into the E1, canceling half of the E1 animation and securing the E1 onto the Veigar. Past that, we are able to do the extended one-shot combo at level 6 and beyond, where we add the Q right after the R1 plus the E1 combo. We're going to get our passive proc. We're going to finish up the combo with pretty much everything else is completely standard, but we do weave in an extra auto attack right before the Veigar leaves the cage. If we get stunned by the cage with no dashes, we're not getting the kill. So keep that in mind as well. Another thing that's kind of obvious, but I still see people do it, is using your Shroud too early, or even using it for some stupid engage because you saw it in a clip once. You don't want to do this and use your E and run into them. Like, seriously, that is so bad. You are literally just a million times better off running for an extra second and then ulting in and then shrouding in the middle of a team fight, because the amount of pressure you get with that, the fact that you still have your E up now, the fact that your W is gonna last longer because you didn't use it really early, you can maybe use it after you R and Q to get, you know, the energy regen use out of that. So many reasons, so many noobs wasting their Shroud. Now, another extremely high level mechanic for Shroud is making sure you know the best time to do it, just in case you're in a crazy situation. Like, say you're tower diving the enemy at level 6, you don't know, maybe the jungler is going to kill you on the way out. Guys, in those situations where, you know, you maybe like R1, E1 them and then like try to get them low, if you're out of energy and you need to use your W mid E, make sure, and I know this sounds crazy, but make sure you're not using it right under their tower for two reasons. One, you can't W and Q instantly. There is a little bit of a downtime, but the main reason is that you want to set yourself up for as much success as possible. So if you're using it, you know, right here, then you're going to get all the invisibility outside of the tower because, you know, obviously Shroud doesn't work under tower, it's 2020, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Next mechanic's mostly for fun, but you can use it to engage on people if you need to fly through an enemy team without dying. You can do something like this and just, you know, golden E, and it does the damage still, so that's something for fun. Now guys, next up, recently I have been messing with a new combo for when you are in a brush and someone face checks you. I really think that this is better than the previous because when an enemy walks up to a brush, it's pretty hard to get the max range R1 plus E1. So what you can do is once this guy comes over here, what you can do is once he's about to face check, you can actually use E1 plus R1, spam the crap out of it, and it's not going to always be flawless, but if you do it in the right situation, it actually can be a flawless motion, like that. Once again, this is just going to be another thing to practice, but I really do think that for trying to assassinate people that are, you know, running to the river or just face checking brushes in general, this is the better way. And the way I'm doing it right now, just as a tip, is I don't know the exact timing, so I'm literally spamming my R1 as I press E. Strangely enough, this is going to take a lot of practice on my end too. Now guys, this is super important to practice for obvious reasons. You're going to be doing a lot of tower diving onto these noob enemies at level 6 once you figure out how to play the champion properly. You know, like you do this and then this, something like that. And then you're going to be low. You don't want to die, right? But a lot of the times the bot lane will be running at you or the jungle will be here. If you practiced enough, you can take only one tower shot. You don't want to get hit by both of these. A lot of people end up doing that. You don't want to end up taking 2 tower shots like this. And if we take 2 tower shots this time, we die. So what you want to do is literally just run right in the middle and then do this, and then know that there's a pretty safe area here. You can also do it inversely and just like, you know, but practice this a little bit because it's going to save you a lot. If you don't know how to do it, you're going to die. Oh boy, guys, I'm going into practice tool with you guys for the next 1.5 years because I just figured out that you can literally not take a tower shot. You can literally run all the way and not take a tower shot. Okay, I did it wrong. Hold on, check this out. Running, we're running. There's a jungler. Wait. All right, this is gonna be really hard. The amount of difficulty in this is actually mind-blowing. Like, this is something that is so worth learning. But God, this is gonna take so much work, dude. This is gonna take so much work. Okay, back to the rest of the video. Now guys, as we come to the end of the video, I want to give you the most important piece of advice for getting good at Akali. You want to watch the Season 11 Ultimate Akali Guide. It has over 100 hours of work into it. Every single matchup guide is there, so you can go back to it every single game during the loading screen to see how to play the matchup. It's got early, mid, late game runes, builds, how to play, etc. So that is going to be your best tool. Other than that, making sure you subscribe to this channel and my gaming channel for extra Akali content is also very useful, and it helps me get my goal of 1 million subscribers one day, so please help me out. Other than that guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you want to see more of these, and have a good day. Peace out.